Hello and welcome to Newsbag. This is episode 11.
Wow.
That's mad.
I know. Newsbag is the podcast that takes the road less travelled. And on its travels it finds a man there and it's like, oh, what have you been up to, man? And he goes, oh, I just made a kind of drawing in the dirt. Oh, we'll put that in the paper.
God, I can't carry her.
Didn't you like that?
Welcome to Newsbag. There isn't actually a bag or any news.
So, have you guys got any news to share?
I've not got any news, but I have got a question.
Anne, have you got any news?
I've got no news, so we might as well go over the question.
Okay, we'll take the question.
Okay, so you may remember a previous conversation where we talked about your toothbrush and toothpaste being downstairs.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah, we weren't quite sure why. I've just gone and used that downstairs toilet, and I'm pleased to say the toothbrush isn't there anymore, but for some reason the toothpaste is still there.
Actually, I've lost that toothpaste. I'm
He
glad
just
that's
uses his finger to brush his teeth now. Have you ever done that? If you've forgotten a tooth, like your
Definitely,
toothbrush somewhere, you just do a poor attempt with a finger,
You've got a sleepover and your friends, and you're like, oh, at least I've got some toothpaste I can use.
bit of mouthwash,
Sometimes I just gargle. I don't even bother with a finger.
bit of water.
I don't even bother with a finger.
So is the question, Jamie, why?
Why is the toothpaste still there and not the toothbrush?
It's funny because I remember when you brought this up before on the podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't get an answer, did we?
Not really, no.
I think I just kind of mumbled something about,
I think there was one time maybe when Hannah was in the bathroom, so you were like, I'm going to go downstairs.
I think what it was is I got blamed for the situation.
Massively.
I take loads of time in the bathroom, but then we realised I don't take that long in the bathroom,
No.
and I couldn't be used as an excuse anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the end
So
of
we
it.
made a conscious effort to go and get the toothbrush, but thought, I'll leave the toothpaste here, just in case.
Well, I need a toothbrush upstairs, don't I? How else am I going to brush my teeth?
Do you not need a toothpaste to do that as well?
Well, I've got loads of those.
So is the toothpaste downstairs there for if the toothbrush comes back down on an odd night where I'm taking too long? Is that
Yeah.
why the toothpaste?
Preparation.
Then I've got a question about that.
Yeah.
If Hannah's in the bathroom, she's taken too long, how are you getting your toothbrush?
Good question.
Well, that's where the
You can use
mouthwash.
your finger, aren't you?
That's where the gargle thing comes in.
Brilliant.
I'm glad you've cleared that one up. Have you got any news, Chris?
I've got some news.
Have you?
So we've gone global.
What, us?
Well, Newsbag.
How much are we getting for that?
Well, it's not.
I haven't had any.
Not in a financial sense, but we have listeners in various countries, actually, around the world.
Really? Where from?
They're either listeners or someone's VPN. And I can't tell the difference.
Let's go with global listeners, because
Yeah, global listeners. So we've had someone listening in Portugal.
Does anybody know anyone who lives in Portugal?
Ciao? Is that?
Is he your friend? Or?
I thought it was hello, isn't it?
I think
Is that
it is, yeah.
racist?
We've got a listener in the Dominican Republic.
Hello.
Hello to you as well. And one in Malaysia, 2 in the Netherlands,
That is actually quite strange.
2 in Ireland, and 5 in the United States.
America are loving it.
Yeah.
Who I wonder. So if anyone's listening that is from one of those countries, maybe they could just let us know, and they could. If I feel like this is our own mystery, who are these people listening?
Yeah.
How could they let us know, Hannah?
There's a number of ways. I would have said give us a call, but that's not
Give
right.
me a number then.
Imagine we had a 1-800 Newsbag 4.
Just type it in. So no, they could let us know via Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
If they're a Twitter user and they tweet at Newsbag Podcast, or they could send us an email, and the email address is Chris.
It is newsbagpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, so let us know who you are.
Yeah, let us know who you are, because it's very exciting. And if you've got any news going on in your area, we do a feature, Exotic News.
Exotic news from Ipswich.
Never done it before, but we will start doing it.
But we will.
Another false promise.
Also closer to home, Phil Reynolds has written in. Apparently he listens while he's washing up, makes him laugh, and he gets some very weird looks from his wife and children.
I like that he listens washing up.
Yeah.
That makes it feel more real.
Also, I'm glad that there's somebody else in this world that still washes up and hasn't got a dishwasher.
Yeah, no, here, I like washing up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. I can't
don't
fit a dishwasher in my kitchen.
Still props to Phil, keeping it real.
Yeah, cheers, Phil.
Cheers.
Cheers, Philly.
Billy Concordi. That's really exciting. So I haven't got any news, but I would like to just mention, more for the listeners' purpose than for ours, because we know this. We've got our new mics today that we're testing out.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty professional right now, but I'm also quite nervous because I feel like I'm very conscious of keeping my head in a particular position.
Yeah, we've got to keep them like right in front of them.
How is it going for you guys with the new mics?
It's alright, I've sat really rigid. I don't think I've moved.
We all look really uncomfortable. It doesn't look like an enjoyable evening.
I've definitely moved a lot because I'm still trying to find
A story.
some news.
Yeah.
Well, you've got about 10 minutes.
Jamie's committed to the podcast. It's good to know.
No jokes. I've been looking at my iPad, but it's not been too bad for me. But I haven't got my back up against the chair, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Probably good for your posture, though.
Yeah, probably.
actually.
Should we check in halfway through and just see how it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Posture check.
No.
A new bit on the Newsbag podcast.
I feel like our features are getting worse and worse. The posture check.
Posture bag.
So before posture bag, shall I kick us off with some news?
Please do. We'd love to hear some news.
You'll see that I've gone old-fashioned again. I've taken a leaf out of Chris's book and gone with paper. I know that's not ideal, but I do quite like scribbling.
It's just like nice having something in your hands, isn't it, to play with?
Just like kind of like holding it. I don't know, it just feels better. I feel like it's not going to let me down and the laptop switch off. So, okay, I'm going to be honest. I think this might be the favourite story that I've brought so far.
Oh, wow.
Can't wait.
I can't wait
It better
already.
be good now.
It was one of those stories that I'm just going to start because I can't.
Can we have a guess? Was it man seen leaving house?
That would have been more exciting.
Clown gives birth to juggling balls.
Oh my god.
Okay,
A clam
That was better
gives
than mine.
birth to shopping. What?
Juggling balls.
Juggling balls.
Yeah, I thought you said shopping balls.
I don't know what they are.
No, it's not that. What I'm going to say before I start is just prepare because there are some groundbreaking facts
Oh,
in this story.
best
Oh my god, it's not part 2 of your shed car story, is it?
No, that never happened. Part 2
Rubbish.
never happened.
We're still waiting. Don't worry,
However,
loyal
the
listeners.
same man that got that excited about that will probably get just as excited about this story.
Amazing.
So, headline, everything you need to know about benches in Norwich. Hyphen, and there's a lot.
Do you know what? Because I do wonder, because you look at a bench and go, oh, this is in memory of blah. There's a story behind that. isn't
Yeah,
there?
and that would have been a good story.
Yeah.
Headline.
Unlike this.
I take it this is going to be more like, and this is why we chose these legs for these benches.
Yeah.
Even that, I don't know, might have been more exciting. And this is a long story.
Okay, right.
So, start us off, bit of intro. Thanks, journalists. You can sit on them, stand on them, and, for a time, if you were really into fads, circa 2008, plank on them. Does anyone remember that fad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't remember that. What, do people just...
Don't you?
I remember when people would just literally lay on anything.
Oh, no, I do.
Do you remember? Yeah, they just take a photo of themselves in the most ridiculous place.
Did you ever do it?
Well, I've done a plank before.
On a bench?
I didn't do it on a bench.
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
upload
think it's specific to benches.
Oh, is it not?
No, definitely not.
So that, I mean,
It'd be
that's not
like
a great intro.
the weirdest place you could plank. So like people would do it like on a railing or...
Yeah.
So
like
actually,
the
a bench
person.
isn't that weird.
No.
So, whatever your style, a thorough study of a bunch of benches in and around Norwich City reveals the variety of seating available to make even a short break an adventure. Now, there is like times where we're planning a weekend away, and I can't say I've ever been like, oh, I'd really go and like see that city and see the sights and try out the food, but what about them bloody benches?
What about the benches?
Because that's going to sell it for me.
I've said that, Jamie. Have you said that?
I've got WhatsApp group after WhatsApp group where
Yeah.
we're going out and like, don't worry guys, 5 minutes down the road, there is a bench. And have a little break.
They're like, we're
carry
booked in.
on.
I've seen now on TripAdvisor you can filter by bench.
Yeah, because it's going to make it more of an adventure. So here are some groundbreaking facts and figures found by the 2019 study conducted by the Norwich Society. This is a recent study into the benches of Norwich. Are you ready for some facts?
Things of the Norwich Society.
I can't wait.
What have they got normally to do with their lives? Norwich Society.
I'm going to do some, because I feel like if this is the kind of research they're doing, we're going to get a lot of
I've
material.
literally started Googling it.
Favourite
Fact
them.
number 1. There are a total of 412 seats with a capacity of 1,582 people,
Whoa.
which could fit around 1.2% of the city population. But is that a lot?
Can we?
Doesn't feel like it.
Should we start a petition to get everyone to say how many people can we have sat on benches?
At one time.
Hang on, just a quick bit of math. That's nearly four people per bench.
Wow. That's funny because of my second fact. To treat your large family to a bench adventure, because it is an adventure, there are 22 seats that can squeeze more than 9 people onto one seat.
Whoa. I haven't seen them.
I've never seen
Aren't
more
they
than-
near next, those round benches?
Ooh.
They go like round a tree.
Oh,
we
yeah.
hear about round benches later in the study.
Oh my god.
Do we?
So that's 2 of the facts so far. What I'd like to draw your attention to next is... so I feel like from the start of the story it wants us to be excited about the benches.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
Yeah.
By fact 3, I think they're struggling to get any positive facts.
I mean, I'm completely unexcited as well.
Yeah.
Some 234 seats had a back and 122 had armrests.
Have you ever seen a bench around just with an armrest? Sit down on it. That's more
So can you
interesting.
remember the last fact? Some 233... That's wrong. Some 234 seats had a back and 122 had armrests.
Yep.
Next fact. For the ultimate sitting experience, there are 112 seats with both back and armrests.
Oh, wow. Are they in addition to those previously stated?
I
It sounds like it.
think that they are.
Yeah.
I think that that's... So, if you had like a Venn diagram,
Yeah, you'd have...
you'd have like backs,
So is it-
armrests, and then the bit in the middle, both back and armrest.
So there's 116 with armrests but no back,
Yeah,
and the 112 with armrests and a back.
I think so, but I am quite confused now.
I need to find these benches with just armrest and no back.
Is
So how
that
is that helpful?
That's what I'm saying. Are you sure that isn't the 116 with armrests doesn't include,
I think maybe it does include it then,
which leaves 4?
which we need to find.
Yeah.
So, again, they've started off like getting excited about them, then they've gone into armrest, which is not that exciting compared to the rest. The next one, for saying they're supposed to be like bringing people here for their short adventure, around 68 needed a spot of cleaning, while another 37 seats needed repair, followed by there are around 88 seats to best avoid, as they needed both cleaning and repairing.
So they've done
We've
this
got to
Venn
start,
diagram.
we've got to make these Venn diagrams.
Yeah.
Put that on Instagram.
I mean, I feel uniquely placed to do that, as I am a data scientist.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to take that on board?
That is my job. So,
But do you think by this point, if people were reading the story, they'd be like, oh yeah, okay, get booking it, get on a TripAdvisor, Airbnb booking, and they get to the them 2 facts, and they're like, hold on, why am I going to go there?
I really want to see what's wrong with this 88. The best avoided. That's not euphemism for
Yeah, can we get that raw data?
Yeah.
Where they are.
Where are they?
Yeah, that's like the redacted version. Best avoided. They'd be like covered all kinds of like...
So they go on to, I mean, this is a long story, I'm going to summarise for you. 'Cause they go on to a lot of reasons why some of the seats aren't in the best condition, and there's a lot. So serial sitters from Norwich gave their views. Verity Carter, 28, said, I tend to perch wherever, so I'm not that fussed about whether it's a bench or a seat. Why have you used that quote?
I imagine because most of the quotes were, I literally do not care.
Yeah, they've used her.
This is the worst survey I've ever seen. That was followed by Phil Miller, 63. Ages again. It's nice to sit down and have a rest now and again on a bench.
He does a lot more sitting than the average person, I think, at 63.
Well, he got that quote, but he's also the person pictured in the picture. And it's just him sitting on a bench. It's not even a good quote.
He doesn't look happy either.
No. Why is he wearing sunglasses as well? I mean, it might be sunny, but it hides his...
That is probably the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, cracked it. That's that done.
Carry on.
So yeah, I mean, it goes on for a lot. I'm not going to be able to read it in your own time because it's quite insightful. But yeah, the report states there was a greater variety of seating designs and styles than we had previously anticipated. We also found that there were many seats which, although usable, were not particularly welcoming. They gave the appearance of not having been maintained since they were installed. But like, this is a serious report.
Really?
It's not. I feel like even the journalist isn't trying to make a joke of this.
No, they actually made a proper thing.
The one thing that has got going for it is that it is better than the man ran away because he stole a van.
Yeah.
There's some actual stuff that I imagine some people will enjoy. Like maybe that guy who does like a sit down.
We all like it, yeah. It just seems like an odd report.
Yeah,
I've never known a report into benches before.
But you know how there's like all kinds of the NHS in crisis, Brexit crisis, social care crisis. Is this the next one?
Bench crisis.
The bench crisis.
I feel like this would be more beneficial if we were going to get something out of it. Like, we found that actually 88 of the benches aren't useful to actually sit on, so they're going to get replaced.
Yeah, there's no like. It ends on the fact that apparently there is a solar bench because it tries to say that like benches are getting
A solar...
they're getting technology stuff, but it's so outside the forum. There's supposed to be a solar bench,
Getting technology
where
stuff.
people can
What does a solar bench do?
like you can sit there and charge your devices. I've not seen it, have you?
Oh, right. I was wondering, like, what is a bench going to do? It gets a...
Also, that's a better news story about that one bench.
Yeah. And that's just a tiny bit of that.
Tell us about the solar-powered bench.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
we should come up with that story. We should go and find it,
Yeah?
use it,
Oh, we should.
Note that one down.
take a photo.
64 things we're going to do.
And haven't done any of them yet.
I'm pretty sure last episode we promised that we'd find our own original news story.
For this episode.
Yeah.
Why don't we try and find the solar bench and just clear everything else out? We've done one thing that we said we were going to do.
Okay.
Okay, so we kind of start from now.
Yeah.
All of the promises have gone.
Yeah.
Null and
They've been
void.
wiped.
Commit to that.
Yeah. But yeah, there is a full report from the Norwich Society if you want to read more, so do that. And anyone thinking of coming to Norwich there, that's another reason. Oh, God, I just can't believe it.
You sound fed up reading it.
On a much lighter and happier note,
Oh,
the
yes.
bench, you could take it to... What would you like to take to a bench?
Oh, I'd love to take a snack there and eat it on the bench.
I found it.
What?
What?
I found all the solar benches.
Outside the forum?
I didn't realise, but Jamie's been Googling for the last minute and he's already
He has
found
gone
it.
quiet.
I've got a picture of it.
Can I see it?
Oh, wow.
Actually, that's quite impressive.
I'd have said that's a massive portable speaker in a bench. That's
It
what
does,
looks
yeah.
like.
Why is it being advertised by Magnum? As in the ice cream?
It's not.
No? What is it? My eyes gone.
It's outside Mazzano's Cafe.
That does look like the Magnum
The
logo.
one at the forum?
All you had to do was read the word next to the big M.
I just looked at the M.
Yeah.
To be fair, the M's reflected in the
It's
bench.
outside the forum, but it's only here for a 12-month trial.
Okay, so we do need to get down.
Okay, well, let's get there
To book that in.
as ASAP as possible.
Because that was back in March as well, so I don't know how long it's actually been there.
We need to speed ourselves up.
Yeah.
Should we go now?
Do you want a snack first?
Okay, yeah, can we have a snack,
Snack
please?
bag.
Yeah, I've missed the snack bag.
I've got... Well, it's one of you two, because I think I picked last.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Can I pick?
Yes.
Jamie's giving me the yell, like, whose turn is it? And I just seize the opportunity.
I'm going to put it here. Don't look in, like you mentioned.
I was looking
Okay.
at you because I wanted you to, so I didn't have to hit my mic.
Please, then.
I'm going to have to move that off the table, because it's going to be really noisy hitting the mic.
Oh, there's a massive bag right on the top there. I don't know
I'm
if I
nervous
should go
about
for
the
that.
mics.
So let's go for that one. That one. Yeah, I'm so happy with that.
I feel like that's Chris's perfect thing to pick out.
Everyone at work will laugh as soon as I say that Hannah's got us pork pies.
Chris sometimes, literally, in a week, for his lunch every day, has 6 pork pies.
No, maybe I'll leave one.
5 pork pies, sorry.
You sounded really annoyed by her saying that, but
Mini pork.
it was mostly accurate.
Mini pork pies as well.
It was pretty accurate, and I feel like a lot of times it is. I'm going to open an alarm before. Do you like pork pies, Jamie, or not?
I do.
Yeah. Why don't you guys... Should I crack on with my story? You guys can have a pork pie.
The only thing I was going to say is I am quite full from the takeaway we've just had, and we've got a nice pork pie dessert.
Pork pies are so filling.
We've just had a massive takeaway.
That's why I don't want to eat one just yet.
I was really hoping that the sweeter snacks were going to come out, I'm going to be honest.
So did I.
But it's fine.
Do you know what? I think unconsciously I felt the pork pie and I was like, I've got to go for that one.
You were drawn to it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to have one. So who's going next? Who's got some news?
Yeah, why don't I go next? Because mine's really short. Like, you thought your story was bad.
Mine was too long, yours is too short.
You'll get 90% of the story from the headline. Okay?
Okay.
And I already know Hannah's going to love it.
I feel like is this for me?
Police give dog a lift home after arresting owner for drug driving.
Is there a picture of the dog in the car?
Yeah, there is. But I'm not going to show you just yet because I need to read out the first line.
Because that's all there is.
The first and only line.
So, here's the first line of the story, which is basically the headline again. Police gave a dog a lift home after its owner failed a roadside drug test.
Oh, God.
So it turns out they got done for smoking cannabis.
Right.
Would you like to see the dog now?
I really want to see the dog. The dog's been smoking cannabis.
Yeah,
Look at his
definitely.
face.
It's got pink eyes as well.
That was my first thought, exactly.
I feel like they should have arrested him.
The dog is high.
The dog.
I bet that dog's owner's like, oh, you got me in trouble again. Smoking all that cannabis.
You know, like the car zooms past a police car. It's like, what's that? That dog looked a bit high.
And you just see the little dog. He looks a bit... Oh, maybe he's just sad because his owner's being taken to prison.
He's definitely hotboxed, that dog. Definitely.
This is like proper passive smoking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why have they got a dog?
Have they got the dog's name? I want to feel more like connected to the dog.
No, but they got something better.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just read out the rest of the story, which will take about 5 seconds.
I'll leave my pork pie.
Office from the policing team pulled the man over last night. That was on the... it's quite a recent story. Oh, no, it isn't. I'm not going to read out the date. Oh, blimey.
Tell me what's wrong.
It's from May.
Wow.
Which I didn't notice. Why has that come up in latest? He was arrested after a drug wipe came back positive, cannabis, and his car was seized. Police took petty...
Police took a lot of petty on that door.
It reminds me of what was your new story? Petty. About the kids with the prom. Police took pity on his pet. One tweeted, this is all in quotes. Okay. My daddy said he was going to take me out for a drive, but he didn't tell me he had smoked cannabis earlier.
What? Who's done this? The police? I told you they love doing a little jokey tweet.
We got stopped by the feds and he got arrested and they seized our car. Still, I did get a drive. The sergeant drove me home, thank you.
Oh, wow.
I love the effort, and he's put it on Twitter. We don't know if it got like reunited.
Again, that is the end. So they've gone to. I can't imagine he was penalised that heavily because
this is a story.
Yeah. So to slightly pal out the story, because I think they know there's nothing here, they've embedded a video.
What, of him in a lift?
No, it's a generic video. What happens during a roadside drug test?
Informative.
I won't make you watch it, but I did go through the pain of watching it.
Okay.
How long?
It's only a couple of minutes long. You know how police always talk in like we pulled the gentleman over and we had to had to request that we took a drug sample from him. Yeah, they always talk in a really sincere way.
Like they also all sit like we're doing, like really tense because we've got these new microphones. I feel like they all sit and they can't like. And today,
I haven't moved for 5 minutes.
I'm in pain. I don't know about you guys.
My back is killing me.
I'm not at all comfortable.
But yeah, that video basically consisted of the dude has to stick out his tongue. The policeman swabs it 9 times with this blue thing.
9?
It was really weird. It was like he just like moved it up and down on his tongue.
Like different areas of the tongue.
No, the same bit, just like swab, 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 just like.
Is the swab just like a cotton bud?
Well, this is like a plastic blue thing with a little strip on the end. So I'm going to extend the meaning of swab to.
I like to think that police officer's gone to his partner, that I assume, because they normally have like second police officer, watch this.
Yeah.
And just keeps doing it. He's like, okay, going. Still going.
I've got him.
It reminds me of Shaky Hand Man, which I think was like from Trigger Happy TV, where it's like, how long can he shake a celebrity's hand? It's like, how long till he questions that this has gone on for too long?
Can you do me a favour?
Do the impression. Would you want to do one now?
Can you do the impression reading out the dog, what the dog said?
Do the impression of what?
You know where he said, "Oh, my daddy got do that, but with your police impression of being sincere."
Yeah, you would like imagine. So imagine I'm Naga Manchetti and I'm interviewing you on BBC News, and like I was I'm just going to cut to the policeman.
Could I say I totally stand behind Naga Manchetti for what she was.
She's been like, do you know Naga? She's great in News VJ. She's been in News Save.
I did read about that. Yeah.
Fair enough, I think.
Absolutely.
I think she's shared her experience, and I think a lot of people would relate to that.
Rock on.
I love Naga. Here we go. Policeman from Norwich.
Yeah. My daddy said he was going to take me out for a drive, but he didn't tell me he had smoked cannabis earlier. We stopped. We got stopped by the feds, and he got arrested, and they seized our car. Still, I did get a drive. The sergeant drove me home. Thank you.
Sounded like a robot.
What I love about that quote as well is that they've tried to get down with the American teenage kids and said, stopped by the feds.
Yeah, I know.
Feds saying feds.
Yeah.
That's the police saying that, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry. Norfolk and Suffolk Road's an armed policing team. You're not the FBI.
Get a grip.
I'm surprised they didn't say, my daddy was smoking a doobie.
Those ridiculous things. I've got one question. Do you think they swabbed the dog's tongue like 9 times? Like,
dog's high as well.
Yeah. I'd have done just out of
dog's
interest.
high, give him a lift.
I would have blamed the dog. If I was the driver, that dog's been smoking and he just put me off. In that video, they did warn him. They went to take the swab, and just they leaned forward, they said, "Oh, it's 9 times." I think after 3 or 4, it would have got pretty confusing.
That's amazing. Do you know what I think my favourite thing about the story? Partly is the quote, but also it's just the headline. I don't know why. Policeman gives dog a lift home. Like, that's some sort of the level of news in Norfolk, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Like, even more than some of the other ones we've heard.
Absolutely. So thank you to Daily Press. Oh, I would like to thank Mark Warden, actually.
Would you?
On the subject of thanks. Yeah, sent that in.
Nice, thanks,
Featured.
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Good story.
Bring one that's a bit relevant time-wise. Next time.
That was the one that was from May.
Yeah, that explains why I didn't check it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark, but thanks for nothing.
Thanks, Mark.
Police give dog a lift home after arresting owner for drug driving.
Do Have you got any news, Jamie? Have you bothered to prepare? It doesn't sound like it.
I actually have.
Take it away.
I feel like our podcast has had an effect on the rest of the UK.
Oh.
Blimey.
Because you know how normally we get our articles off of local newspapers? I've got this news story off of Lad Bible
Oh.
about Norfolk.
That's a great...
So I reckon Lad Bible have been listening to the old podcast and like, we should look into Norfolk as well, actually.
I think there must...
cracking stuff going on in Norfolk. They've
There
got
must have been.
benches.
Yeah. Because that can't be a coincidence. Our podcast starts, suddenly Lad Bible all over it.
Yeah.
Lad Bible, not exactly big, are they? Like,
No.
yeah.
So, again, it was the headline that got me here. Holidaymakers stage mutiny and refuse to get off cruise ship. And I'm going to let you know right now, this story is a mystery.
Yeah.
Yay! It's one of Jamie's mysteries.
In a way.
I feel let down already.
I thought you were going to say...
Can you read the headline one more time?
Absolutely. Holidaymakers stage mutiny and refuse to get off cruise ship. Generally, with cruises, it stops at several places and you get off to go to that place and experience it.
Sure.
Does mutiny just mean like a group of... Is it just like a mob? Like I'm not moving?
It's essentially... I think it's like a group of people, like on a pirate ship, for example. If you stage a mutiny, you'd be against your captain.
Oh, so it's like
a
rebel
coup.
revolt, like revolting. Yeah.
Yeah, not doing what you're told.
I absolutely love this story.
I'm loving it
Bit like
already.
Hannah's. Angry Holly...
He loves it so much.
You can't even get through the first 3 words.
Look how excited he is.
Angry holidaymakers stage a mutiny during a cruise through Europe, which saw them dock at Great Yarmouth and a Dutch port described as a council estate.
Oh, God.
Hold on, so what, they didn't get off because it was Great Yarmouth?
Yeah.
I feel defensive already.
Oh, what? That is a bit mean. Great Yarmouth has loads to offer.
I actually
Yeah.
feel defensive.
Don't disagree. However,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They might have a good reason.
these group of tourists shelled out £1,400
What?
per person for an 11 night trip, and they refused to get off the cruise liner
Whatever. Was that like...
for some of the stops. We'll go through it. Trust me.
I kind of think like...
So many questions, but I know.
Yeah. It's like you've paid £1,100 if you don't want to get off, if you can't be asked to get off.
1,400.
11 nights.
It's their choice, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't make them get off.
So it then goes into what one traveller has said. Is mutiny on here? I imagine that's why they've gone with that headline.
Yeah.
Once again, that's not a correct sentence, is it? It's mutiny on here. Is it?
God knows where we will end up next.
That means somebody complained. It's all going down. It's a mutiny.
It's mutiny on here.
So basically, it set off from Newcastle last week and was billed as a mystery voyage,
Yes, name
Oh
bluffing.
my god.
exploring undiscovered gems, which would be a holiday to remember.
So it's going around Europe and it went to Great Yarmouth?
Yeah.
Which is in Europe. Are they fully entitled to go?
What? Why are we going?
Oh, wow.
So after that, the next stop on the tour was Dunkirk in France.
That feels a step up, doesn't it?
Where guests enjoyed the sights of the iconic World War II battlefield. I'm sure everybody has heard of Dunkirk. There's also quite a famous film recently called Dunkirk, which was all about it.
I've not watched it.
No, I haven't, but...
Very
Want
good.
it?
I'd recommend it, yeah.
Put that on the list.
They then made a short trip to Antwerp in Belgium before heading over to
Go on, pronounce it. Go on.
Here we go.
Ijmuiden,
Okay. I mean, it could be right or wrong, but I've got no idea.
a rundown port close to Amsterdam.
Hold on, so did it start at Great Yarmouth?
That was the first place they stopped, yeah.
And they didn't get off?
Some people did go.
A rundown port near Amsterdam.
I think this is the same traveller. They told the publication, "It's been dreadful so far. We've saved up all year and end up in these places. Some have said they won't get off the ship at the next destination. They just want it to be over."
Wow.
You do think of these stories though, as much as you can understand them, like, you take me to see the funny side if this is happening. Well, you know the people that get really serious about it.
I know. So I've not been on a cruise ship, but can't you kind of enjoy the ship?
on the ship.
Yeah, but like isn't not like so whatever's obviously in Great Yarmouth they'd rather spend their time just on the ship.
Yeah,
But
so
that's why you've gone on a cruise anyway.
I've not been on a cruise either, but I think there is the cruise where, say you'll go from the UK to America, and that will be like, I assume like a couple of weeks to get to America, and you're enjoying the cruise ship.
Yeah.
But I think there's also ones where you'll stop little and often, and you get to like experience those places for a day or two.
And this was one of them, wasn't
Yeah.
it? What was it called again? This mysterious canal.
Wow.
Mysterious.
Is it the world's smallest cruise ship?
Mystery Voyage.
I mean, they have picked it up. This is like the time we went on that ghost train.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, and we were. I mean, but we just see the funny side. But it was like it wasn't.
But it wasn't meant to be funny, was it?
No, but this is the same for these.
That was
people.
really booped up. That was like billed as being straight from America.
This is the scariest experience you'll ever have in your life, and it was basically a train with the lights off and some disco lights in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of other quotes. When we got to Great Yarmouth, a lot of people were very unhappy. Dunkirk is interesting for history, but hardly a holiday destination. I said that place again. Idjmuiden
Yes, it sounds different.
in Holland. It was like being on a council estate with a cheap, with cheap shops like Poundland. I just want to say I love Poundland.
I love that.
That would be like, I'm getting me on it.
I'm not sure I'd spend £1,400 to go to Poundland.
Just a quick side note on Poundland. We go to Poundland and apparently the checkout is Elvis Presley's voice. It's just like, thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
I've done it and had Yoda.
What? Like, I've got to go.
Really?
So they've got different characters.
M&S.
Poundland are great.
M&S did Ant and Dec.
Did they?
But it's so annoying
They're actually
because...
sponsored by Ant&Dec, aren't they?
Oh, that's true.
Is that true?
Do you get embarrassed when like the person next... So you're just going through the self-checkout, and so are they next to you. And you're at the same stage, and it reads out at the same time like, please insert your cash.
And that just sounds even louder then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that too, actually,
and just
yeah.
like, this is embarrassing. Because I know where you're in this process, you know where I am.
We're
It's
going
like...
through this weird process together.
It's a bit like if you're in the toilet. You're each in cubicles, but then you just take away that wall between you, and you just look over. You're on the toilet. I'm on the toilet. Don't look at me like that, Jamie. It's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing.
Back to the cruise ship.
I've never thought about taking the wall away whilst on the toilet.
But you don't know this sort of things. One time, not for now, because I want to hear more about the cruise. One time, remind me to tell you about the way that Chris helps himself get to sleep.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, we'll save that.
So another quote.
Oh.
I have been on a mystery tour before, and we had Santander, Spain, and Bordeaux, France,
Is it
which
Santander?
were good.
Isn't that a bank? Is that a place, Santander?
It's a bank named after a place.
I didn't realise that. In Spain.
Yeah. On mystery cruise out of Newcastle, a different country every day. First port, Great Yarmouth. So they were promised a different country every day, and their first country was England.
And Great Yarmouth.
Or it's only one day long.
This is the last quote of this part.
Ooh.
I know Norfolk is a little different, but it is still England. Unless you know something I don't.
Fair point.
The tour company has said they were sorry to see a minority of guests were not happy with their trip. It is a shame that a minority feel this cruise has not met expectations.
I'm going to get the word minority in
They've
there
said it.
again,
They've said
just
it.
to stress.
It's suspicious.
However, we have also received a number of positive comments. So that feels a bit like,
Here they are.
here's the finger to you guys, because some people have said it's good, actually.
Yeah.
Is it included some?
No. We hope our guests will continue to get into the spirits. Having a go at it now. Come on, guys, get into the spirit. You go in whether you like it or not.
There's plenty of spirits in Great Yarmouth, can't you?
And are looking forward to those destinations that I have not yet visited.
Yeah.
So I have got a comment of the story.
Yes. I was just thinking of
Yeah.
a comment in the story, yeah.
But before I read that,
Hmm.
there was another comment that said, I went on this cruise and I'm from Great Yarmouth. So they went from Great Yarmouth, travelled to Newcastle, and then ended up back in Great Yarmouth.
Imagine that.
They could have just hopped on.
Wow.
Yeah, so they probably could have saved themselves a 4-hour drive. Imagine turning up back there.
Because you wouldn't know in the sea. Like, if you're on the ridge, you'd be thinking, oh, I'm headed back. In the sea, you probably don't know where you're heading.
Yeah.
Imagine when you
Yeah, I know.
realise you just
When you
walked back up at Great Yarmouth where you got on.
When you see that pier in the distance. Did it on the way back? It was like, Captain, just let me off here. Let's get out.
And that's not comment of the story.
That's not
I'm
comment
really
of the story.
excited about comment of the
Yeah,
story.
me too.
I really hope, because I know you guys aren't from Norfolk, but I hope you get this reference.
Just laugh if not Chris, because...
So Stephen Douglas has said, they had the opportunity to go on the Joyland snails. No pleasing some people.
Oh, the Joyland snails.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a video. I went on that when I was little and genuinely cried. So my mum and dad said they put me in and waved me off. I came out completely crying. It's really scary. It's horrible.
So everyone that doesn't know, it's basically like essentially a roller coaster for 4-year-olds, and the seats that you sit in are shaped like snails.
But it plays this like spooky song that's supposed to be fun, but it's not fun.
Yeah, and it literally hasn't changed since. I mean, I've got videos of me when I was a baby on it, and it hasn't changed since then, and I'm 32.
No, I'm actually going in a few weeks because my nieces are coming down, and I've spoken to them on the phone today. I'm going to take them on it, so I'll get a little video.
Oh, can you film Maeve and get get her coming out of the tunnel crying?
Just to pre-warn you, though, do you know you have to pay to get into Joyland?
Really?
And then you have to buy tokens to go on every ride.
Forget it.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Pretty unreasonable.
So if you're going in there for the kids, you've got to pay to go in and watch them.
That's bad.
That's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't go to Great Yarmouth if you come to Norfolk.
Well, they didn't. Have a mutiny instead.
Yeah.
I love that he lived in Great Yarmouth.
Just goes past his house. I live there. that explains that massive ship I saw at my bedroom window.
Either that, or that guy's gone, right guys, when we get off, don't feed the seagulls.
Nice.
Got a copy of the leaflet in his pocket.
Yeah.
Don't be gullible.
I knew this would come in handy.
Don't be gullible, guys.
Maury, you said this would come in handy.
And it has. Do you know, that was a really good round of stories. I feel like we've really kind of got back into why we're doing this podcast to share such incredible stories.
Also, thank you to the commenters on that, because based on that headline and it being on Lad Bible, I wouldn't have necessarily seen it if it wasn't for the comments saying about Great Yarmouth.
Thanks, guys.
Exactly.
Do you want me to
Bong.
headlines?
We're not ready yet. Hannah's not even picked up a bit of paper.
I should be.
And also, so the one thing we're trying not to do is touch the mic because it makes this really weird sound. I don't know how many times I've touched it.
Okay.
So everyone, okay,
Hannah, take it away.
Headlines. So, Natural History Museum given crime wave thief stolen what collection?
Charity.
No.
Bones.
No.
Bench.
No, we've got enough of them. One more.
Collection of staff timesheets.
He was even swapped the words around. No. Egg. Natural History Museum given crime wave thief stolen egg collection. So thousands of wild bird eggs stolen from a one-man crime wave thief have been given to a museum for research. Next headline. Robbie Williams impressed by West Norfolk pupils' what project?
Rock DJ, I'm saying songs that I know of his.
Keep going.
Angel.
No.
That thing where you put like electrodes into a potato.
Take
God,
that.
do you remember doing that? Why did we do that at school?
I didn't.
What? Did you
Didn't you
not?
not?
I dissected a frog. That's what I
You're
remember.
allowed to do that at school?
Yeah.
Did
It's horrible.
Did you ever have a spud gun?
Hannah, I dissected an eyeball.
We had a sheep's heart, but I left the room because I felt faint. So Robbie Williams impressed by West Norfolk pupils' what project?
Hands.
No.
That other experiment where you put the baking soda and vinegar in a volcano and then it explodes.
I love
Robbie
that.
Williams impressed by
Karaoke.
No.
Dance.
Lego.
Oh, we've had Lego before.
Do you like Lego?
Don't know. No. One gamer pupil was delighted to receive a response. I've laughed at the word gay word. Oh, God. To receive a response from a famous English singer after building a Lego project in honour of the star. No. So, a kid from the school built a stage with Robbie. I've not read the story well enough. Lego. Right, next headline.
Next headline.
Why are Norfolk what being held hostage? This nearly became a story.
Dogs?
No.
Alan Partridge.
No.
That's the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was rusted.
Pigeons?
No.
Bicycles?
Tadpoles.
Oh, I was just about to say tadpole.
This nearly was a story, but it got really serious about geography and I got confused. Norfolk naturalists are keeping spawn and tadpoles in captivity in a bid to increase the population of the UK's rarest amphibian. I know it's the rarest. Doesn't a tadpole turn into a frog?
Yeah, probably because I'm dissecting them.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't get enough dissecting them frogs.
It's got to be the rarest amphibian. It's got to be a rarer amphibian than a
It's not
frog.
kidnapping though, is it? That's like keeping them alive.
Thank you for the headlines. They were amazing. And thank you all for listening. Our news bag is empty.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we've had
thanks.
No, not you. I mean, you
Yeah.
do that for say thank you, but
Oh, we'll listen to it though.
you had to listen to me.
But I'll listen to the podcast.
Yeah, you're a listener.
on
Yeah.
iTunes or
After we
any other
listen.
popular.
Me and Kristen have
Yes.
listened to it, but I find it weird to hear our
Yeah.
voices.
It's a bit weird. Yeah, Jamie was trying to get me to do the listen in. Make sure you subscribe. We're on iTunes and anywhere on Android that you get your podcasts. Pocket Cast is now free, by the way, and that was what I was using before. So that's a good
That's not
place to
always
listen.
free.
No, you just have to pay for that one. So
Podcast today.
The more you know.
Unless you.
care about.
Bye.
I hope that's right. We should all just say bye now. Bye.